All right, let's just jump right in. We're going to talk about your money, but actually, it's about something way more important, your time. You know that number on your paycheck, the one that feels so solid? Well, what if I told you it's actually lying to you?
I mean, really think about it for a second. You took a job for, say, 50 grand a year or 25 bucks an hour, right? But is that really what you're making? And look, this isn't about some conspiracy or your boss trying to pull a fast one. It's about all the little hidden costs that are quietly eating away at what you actually earn.
Here's the thing, we get so fixated on that salary, right? That big, shiny number. But the real currency, the thing you're actually spending, isn't money. It's your time. It's your life. Your job is basically buying hours of your life, and the salary is what they're paying for it. So we've got to figure out if we're getting a good deal on that exchange rate.
And that's where this idea of the real hourly wage comes into play. Yeah, this is the good stuff. It's not the number they put in your offer letter to get you excited. Nope, this is the real number. The truth. It's what you earn after you account for all the time and all the money you have to spend just to have that job in the first place.
Okay, so let's break this down. First up, we've got to tackle what I like to call the hidden time tax. This is all the time, all the hours your job eats up that you will never ever see a dime for.
And just look at this list. What's crazy is how normal this all sounds, right? The daily commute, stuck in traffic, getting ready in the morning, mentally prepping for the day, all that unpaid overtime you're expected to do. And oh man, my favorite, that one last email you answer on your phone at 9 p.m. Heck, even the time it takes you to de-stress after a rough day at work, that counts too. It wouldn't exist without the job.
So step one is actually super simple. Just start with your official work week. You know, your 40 hours. Then start adding. Add your commute time, the getting ready time, those extra hours, all of it. That new number, which is definitely going to be bigger, that's your total time invested. That's the real chunk of your life you're trading every single week. All right, got that? Good. Now for the second cut, the second piece of this puzzle, because it's not just your time getting secretly taxed, it's your wallet too. This is the hidden money tax, all the cash you have to spend just for the, privilege of going to work.
And yeah, this list probably looks pretty familiar. Gas for the car, maybe a bus pass, that work wardrobe you had to buy, all those lunches you buy because you're too tired to pack one, the endless stream of coffee, maybe it's even childcare, which you only need because you're at work. Every single one of these things is like a little pay cut.
Okay, so step two is just as easy. Grab your weekly take-home pay, the number after the government takes its share. Now start subtracting. Subtract the gas money, the lunch money, all of it. Whatever's left over, that is your real weekly income. That's the actual cash you have to work with.
And now for the moment of truth. Here's the formula that puts it all together. You take your real weekly income and you divide it by your total time invested. Simple division. But the answer you get, that is your real hourly wage. It's simple, but trust me, it's powerful.
Okay, I know, that's a lot of theory, so let's make this real. Let's run the numbers on an actual example. You're about to see just how big the gap can be. So yeah, get ready for a little reality check.
So meet our person. On paper, things are looking pretty good, right? They're making 25 bucks an hour, they work a standard 40-hour week, take home $1,000. Not bad, but let's look at the reality. We add up their commute, a little unpaid overtime, suddenly they're putting in 55 hours a week. And then we subtract their expenses, gas, lunches, you name it, and their real take-home pay is only 850 bucks. So the big question is, what does that do to their $25 an hour wage? And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? The stated wage, that's the shiny lure on the fishing line. It's the number that gets you to bite, to sign the contract. But the real wage, that's the number that tells you if staying on that hook is actually worth it. I mean, just look at this. On the left, you've got this nice tall bar. That's the $25 an hour they think they're making. And then on the right, you see that little bar, just waiting for the bad news? That huge gap between them? That, my friends, is the paycheck lie in visual form. That's the hidden cost. And here it is, $15.45. Wow. We just took their real income of 850 bucks and divided it by their real hours, 55. And suddenly, they're not a $25 an hour employee anymore. They're making just over 15 bucks. That is a massive pay cut, almost 40%.
Okay, deep breaths. I know that number can be a shock to the system. You might even be feeling a little down right now, but listen, the point of this is not to make you feel bad, not at all.
The point is to ask, okay, now that I know this, what am I going to do about it?
You know, it reminds me of that old quote from Thoreau. He basically said that the true cost of something is how much of your life you have to exchange for it. And that's exactly what this is, your real hourly wage. It's just the most honest price tag for the trade you're making every day.
So please hear me on this. This number isn't a final grade on your career. It's not a judgment. Think of it like a flashlight in a dark room. It's a tool. It gives you clarity. Suddenly you can really compare two different job offers. You can decide if that monster commute is actually worth it. You can even use it to negotiate. It gives you the power to make decisions based on what's real, not on some made-up number on a piece of paper.
And really, that's what this is all about. I'm leaving you with the tool. You now know how to do the math, how to cut right through that paycheck lie, and find your own truth. So the only thing left to do is to ask yourself that one final question, the one only you can answer. What is your time really worth?